Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Charlotte Black Live Morning Coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, rise and shine. It's a brand new day.
Yes.
For which we get to have the opportunity to try to get it right again.
Yes. I'm
indeed.
grateful.
Yes, indeed. How y'all doing? It's been a week.
Right.
Last time we were on, we talked about helping and enabling with Leander. And again, we want to thank Leander for coming on the show. We had a good time. We missed you.
It was, thank you. It was a good show.
How was your trip?
It was very good, very uneventful. Actually, my cousins had a 24th wedding vow renewal ceremony.
Oh my goodness! Now that's
and it's stuff. Always good to see family. It's always
absolutely
good to get together and eat good things, and it was actually very restful. How was yours?
It was good. You know, we ate.
Okay.
Ran the streets, ate.
Okay.
Because
that's what you guys do.
That's what we do.
Yes.
You guys know this is shopping season, right? And speaking
yes
of the shopping season,
what happened?
We talked a little bit about whether people preferred online shopping.
I saw that.
Or shopping,
right, in the stores.
In the stores. I was going to say shopping in the streets.
Right.
That might not be. Yeah.
No, in the streets is general. I get that.
But you know how I do. Sometimes
right.
I go left.
I know
got to
what
bring
you
it
talk about.
Back together.
I know what it is.
Yes, right. So, I've been trying this new thing, right? Mm-hmm. For the last, it's been the last few months I've been trying this Stitch Fix. I tried Stitch Fix, the Nordstrom box, and I just tried this new thing. I got an email the other day from Amazon called Wardrobe Prime.
Okay.
So the thing that these all have in common, right, is it's kind of like a
personal stylist.
Except for Amazon
Shopper.
Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime is not a personal stylist.
Okay.
You just go on Amazon under Amazon or Wardrobe Prime, and you pick out whatever it is you like out of their selection.
Oh, okay.
And they send it to you. They don't charge you yet. They send it to you.
You can
try it on. See if you like it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, you pack it back up, no charge, and send it back.
Okay.
So it kind of has the same feel as the other two, except that no one's picking it out for you. You're picking it out for yourself.
That's great.
But what I do like about Amazon Wardrobe Prime is they categorize it by style and also by kind of like category. So you would have on there like a classic look, minimalist look, edgy look, boho look. It's categorized like that. Or if you have a special event, right? You could do
whatever kind of glam you want.
Right, glam. Oh, glam is a style.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so glam is a style. So, or you could do
red
work
carpet,
clothes,
evening gown.
Work, evening, weekend, rainy day. So it's really really cool. So anyway.
Great. Okay.
I tried it, y'all. I'll tell y'all how it worked out. I tried it for the first weekend.
All right.
So I haven't received it yet. I just did mine, put mine in yesterday to see how long it takes to get here. I'm evaluating all that stuff.
Right.
But I'm probably on my third or fourth Nordstrom box, which, I like it. They send you some really cool stuff, right? Nordstrom is a lot higher end than, let's say, Stitch Fix. Like one item or two items out of Nordstrom would probably exceed the whole box that Stitch Fix sends you.
Yeah.
So, you can cater it towards your budget and the type of things you like to wear and, how you like to shop. But Nordstrom sends some pretty good things. I bought, a couple pair of shoes and, some sweaters and stuff like that. I did get introduced to a brand of jeans, Wit and Wisdom, which I absolutely love.
That's a new one.
Oh my God. I didn't know anything about those jeans. But I received a pair in my Nordstrom box and absolutely loved them. And so I just ordered me another pair.
Great.
So that's one of the good things about, getting this, because they send you stuff maybe you didn't necessarily try.
Yeah, it's great that you get to evaluate it first.
Yeah.
Before you actually pay for it and then you're stuck with it. So that is a good feature. What was your best buy? What was your best buy for the holidays?
Best buy for the holidays. Ooh.
I mean, because I have one. Clearly, I want to talk about it. So
Okay, because well, why don't you go ahead and just you see what I'm saying? That's how the people do, child. Go ahead and talk about your Best Buy, because right now I really need to think about it. 'Cause
Okay,
I
think
can't
about it.
right off the dome. Yeah, I'm not there.
Well, my favorite Best Buy for the holiday people is my brand new 65-inch TV.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, I think I may never ever leave my couch again.
I heard that.
However, it is an amazing picture. Okay, it came Roku ready,
Oh,
right? Which I love because you can
yes.
get everything you need there.
You know, you could get WBGR on there.
And I will
You
have
could
to
get the
add that
station,
as
y'all.
an
Y'all
icon
got-
because
yes.
that is a must.
If you guys have that Roku Ready TVs, you can go and search WBGR.
I love it.
I did it on my television.
Listen, and it was so easy. Now, most people think dread for the Black Friday sale.
Right.
But I have got to tell you people, my dad's wife has gotten this thing down to a science. And I regretfully joined her one year, but it was one of the best things that ever happened. Changed my life.
Wow.
Walmart, I can only speak for Walmart now. They have really got it together now. So,
Oh, really?
they are very organized, and I find that, and I just want to give them some kudos because every year that I go, it's getting better and better.
Very nice. Very
The
nice.
lines are very organized. They have a store map for you. So you go in, you
Oh.
get your store map.
A store map.
And they send you the paper in advance so you can get all your little finds in advance. Sometimes you have to have a crew so that some people can go and get things
Right.
and stand in
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
lines while you go and get others. But the sale usually starts at 6. We got there at 5. We chit-chatted with everyone in the line, as you know that I do.
Oh, yeah.
And we're able to catch up with family. And as long as you're in that line when the sale begins,
Right.
they hand out all of the coupons for whatever you want. And so I stood in line for this 65-inch Roku Ready TV. And I picked up my purchase for $400.
Very nice.
It was very nice because when I got home, I found that my friend had paid $900.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you can't beat some of those Black Friday deals, really.
So don't sleep, people. Don't be
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah,
You
going
can't
out
be
there.
scared. Now, you might have to be a little aggressive on times. You know, I had to get a little aggressive.
Now, see, I was just
in the
getting ready.
back
I just getting ready to say
with the
about
people
behavior.
because the lines. But you know, I will make this one recommendation. They really do need to get the communication between their team
Oh, okay.
correct, so that they're telling people correct information about what the flow of things should be.
Okay,
Because
okay.
that's when people get real ready to fight.
Yeah, girl, you know.
Because it was really super cold on
folks get real
Thanksgiving.
extra.
You remember that?
It was very
Nobody
cold.
wants to stand out in line in the cold if they don't have to.
This is true, because I didn't stand in nobody line nowhere.
See,
I
did you
wasn't
do the
doing it.
online?
I did. I went online. In fact, I bought a couple of good find. Here we go.
Okay, good.
Thanks to Miss Kylie.
All right.
I purchased I think I talked about this before, some J. Crew blazers. I don't know if I told you or not, but oh
Okay.
man. And I got
Beautiful.
an excellent deal on them, like 50% off, I believe.
You know, our previous First Lady,
And-
Michelle Obama, loves the J. Crew.
Oh, these J.
So I
Crew
can only imagine
blazers
that they were nice.
and they are warm. I received them, and they're warm, and they give. You know what I mean? Some jackets are, they give, and you can just, I'm in love with my jackets.
Wow,
Anyway,
okay.
but I did.
Okay.
I did. I loved them, and I loved them so much. I ordered 3.
Okay, now this was online.
Yes.
And it's too late now to get that price.
I don't know. Quite honestly.
We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll
after
talk
the
about
show.
that on the show.
Okay. So how was your week?
My week was good.
Holiday?
The holiday was excellent.
Good.
Yes, most excellent. Before we go any further,
Okay.
there is a person out in our viewing audience
Yes.
who has ragged on me in a good way, positively.
All right. Okay.
And they
now.
have talked trash to me because I have said, they didn't really talk trash. They called me on my stuff.
Okay. Well, what did they say?
Why you ain't give me no shout out? You know who you are. Mr. Chris Coleman, this is your shout out, brother. Here it is. Shout out to Mr. Christopher Coleman. And he
Okay.
gonna kill me for that one. He gonna kill me
you
for
done
that.
gave up the
I didn't
last
give up
name.
his whole government. But Cole, my
Well,
bad.
that's what happens when you
when you call people
get
out.
pressure.
Right.
You know,
Cole in Florida.
Cole.
You got it. It's all you, baby, right now.
I'm gonna need you to be happy.
Here
with
go your
that.
3
That
seconds of name fame. Embrace it.
That was
This is
the
for you.
shout out
That's the shout out. This shout out.
on the show.
So since I'm doing shout outs, because I typically try to wait, you know. But I mean, cool, whatever. Let me see who else. Oh, Ronnie McFadden, my nephew.
All right.
So congratulations on the house, boo.
Yes.
Just some people I said I would call out to. Oh, one more person. Melina, darling, I got your text message, and I did respond this morning. Sorry, I didn't get to her last night. I was all over the place yesterday, trying to get my new whip here.
I literally
together.
fall out at a
Yeah.
certain point in the evening, so I understand.
No,
sis.
girl, it was just a long day.
The whip is gorgeous. By
Thank
the
you very
way. I
much.
Really,
Thank you very much. You know, it takes
really
time to
like it.
embrace a new style.
It does. It does.
And I have to give it up to Celeste. Celeste, you're going to kill me. I know. I'm supposed to say the name of the shop because it's not her name. It's called Shay.
We're gonna
Dang it! I'm gonna take
we're
one for
gonna
the team.
give
When I
her
come
a
back, I'll give y'all
shout
the name of
later.
the business. I'm
'Cause we
sorry.
must do
you know,
that.
this is real world. I ain't trying to front like
I'm
I
gonna have to
remember.
come and see her because
But,
I really like it.
She does good work. She does
I
good
think
work.
you can get comfortable with that.
Yeah, she does really good work. She really does. She's in the, if any of you live in the Baltimore, Aberdeen area, or that's really not, it's, anyway, you have to look her up. But I will make sure I have her information when we come back from the break. Also, let's see, who else did I want to say something to? Oh, Joanne Sapphire. Hi, sweetie pie. I just want to say hi. And to Daviana. Oh, I always say her name wrong. I say Daviana.
And it's supposed to be Daviana.
It's Daviana. Daviana, Diamond, hey love.
She got it right.
And then Butterfly, you know who you are.
Aww.
So I just want to give a couple of shout outs.
Okay.
Of course, Renee Dixon, that's one of my homegirls from my Sierra Vista days.
Okay.
I just want to give her a shout out. She's traveling, so safe travels to you. And then, of course, to our Facebook followers, YouTube subscribers,
Yes.
tweeters, Instagrammers,
Yes. Thank
family
you all.
and friends, new and returning viewers. We just want to say, hey. how y'all
Hello.
doing? How
And
y'all
thank you
doing?
very much.
So if you guys got some shout outs, right? I think this
Yeah.
is cool to do, right?
Absolutely.
You guys got shout outs. You want me
You
to
wanna
announce?
thank the people.
Yeah, thank the people. Say happy birthday to somebody. Anything. Just
Yeah.
hit
Send
me
it on
up
in.
on the website. I think the site is more functional. I think it's mostly functional now.
Okay.
I think Mark got everything up and running.
Great.
The one that's in dysfunction is me.
Okay.
Forgive me, but that's just I'm
It's
just
real
doing
life.
what I do.
It's just real life.
Right, that part right there. So, so you guys just simplycharlotteblack.com.
Check it
Go
out.
on there and leave me a message. I will get it. I believe there's a box there for your comments. You can put those in there, and I will get those comments, and I will do the shout outs. I'm going to try to start getting online like midweek,
Yeah.
like Wednesday, just to give everybody a heads up of what the topic is going to be.
Right.
And, just say, hey.
That would be good because actually, if we get a little preliminary feedback,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
that
and then
might
we can
make
answer
our conversation a
the
lot more juicy.
Right.
Juicy.
It gives people an opportunity to kind of think about
Absolutely.
what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So, and just so you know, normally when I pick the topic, I find my backup, I write a couple of notes, but I don't try to review it too much.
Right.
Because I want to be new in it. I want the conversation to start right here.
Yeah.
So I don't really do like a whole lot of homework. Like I do read up on the subject and get a good subject and try to get some really good pointers.
See what's out
but
there.
I really want the conversation to take place right here.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to be all prepped and then everybody else come
Yeah.
like new.
We have so
we
much
all
fun
kinda
when we
do.
do that.
Yeah. You know, it's more authentic.
It is. It's genuine.
A genuine. A more genuine conversation. We like genuine.
We like genuine.
Yeah, I think so.
Raw, real, and relevant.
Oh, what? I'm liking that. One more time. Can you put that out there? Raw, real, and relevant. I think that needs to be our new motto.
Okay, then. I love
Raw,
it.
real, and relevant. What y'all think? Y'all like
Raw,
that?
real,
Let me know if y'all like it. I like it.
Because
We're going to put it on the bottom of the
We
screen.
might have to put that up there on the screen.
Raw, real, and relevant.
Put your vote in, people.
Morning
We
coffee.
appreciate your
We doing
feedback.
that one. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to get into our topic, which is
What is the topic for the day?
energy/emotional vampires.
Woo! Ooh. That's real good.
We got to talk about it.
Yes.
All right, we'll see y'all in a few minutes.
Stand by. Thank
Stand
you. That's going to be juicy.
If you want something out of life, if you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, that is really not easy as some people will make us feel. That living your dream, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging. It's hard. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. Many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. We spread ourselves too thin, don't know how to say no, and we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves. And then there goes a second, there goes another second, there goes another second, and we can't stop and hold time. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue is going on all the time, even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop yourself right now from thinking. You can't do it. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up! When you're working on something you want to achieve, you have got to stand up to that voice. You've got to sell yourself every day on your abilities, on what you're doing, on the goal that you want to reach. You've got to sell yourself every day, according to your level of belief. It will manifest itself in what you're doing. Whatever we have right now, whatever we're demonstrating in our lives, is a result of what we believe subconsciously that we deserve. It takes courage to act. Part of being hungry when you've been defeated, it takes courage to start over again. When you have something you want to do, if you don't develop the courage to do that which has been given you to do, and you spend a lot of time going around trying to convince other people or trying to get their approval, what will happen is that you will lose your nerve. And other people will convince you that what you're doing doesn't have any value, and you'll give up on your dream. As you begin to develop and expand your skills and your talents and your vision of yourself, you will always be in control of your destiny.
I don't want to. Okay. Oh, shoot. Girl, I must have been over in the dungeons.
All right.
Okay.
Still on commercial.
Good morning.
Good morning. Back again.
We're back. We sitting here looking like,
Right. It's on.
all right, so we're talking about these energy vampires.
I cannot wait.
So I was doing this research, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I always got a story. I got a story for like every single topic.
Well, come on,
like.
but we have to have a story.
Anyways. Okay. So, I found myself like I would be around this person, right? And every time I was around them, it was somebody that was living with me temporarily, or they just staying. But I would be tired, and I couldn't figure out, like, why am I coming home going like straight to bed? And you know, it was a drain on my energy. I was so, I was kind of disgruntled at the time with the person.
Okay.
And
It happens.
because we weren't on the same frequency, if that makes sense. We weren't on the same frequency. It was kind of like that. And so I felt like that person was just snatching all the mug.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, I just kind of felt all over the place. So anyway, but you know, that's all repaired now. It's better. So anyway, that's my introduction to the energy vampires.
But is there an official definition?
So I did a little research. This article is called Emotional Vampires. It was written by Sherry DeMoss, right? It says an emotional vampire is someone who does anything that invalidates another adult or child's spirit, sense of self-acceptance, or self-esteem. We are not taught to notice the understated, subtle, and the majority of the time unnoticed behaviors that emotional vampires do. Now, this is emotional vampires. So let me make a distinction, and I do believe that there is. Energy vampires are people who are just real negative, I think, and they will just drain you
of all
without even being emotionally involved. Like, have you ever gone in a room and you walk in and you just can feel, you like,
something ain't right.
You see a person and you just, I got to go. You know, you be around a person and there are some people you're around, again, like I said, right, and you just get tired. Not necessarily, it's my guess that if they're draining you emotionally, if it is an emotional drain, your emotion is, you know, powered by your energy. So it's an energy drain. But I think that there is probably some kind of a distinction somewhere, I think, because you can be drained by people that you're not emotionally connected to. So I didn't really look into that piece, you guys, but I'm gonna take that as a homework assignment, and I'm gonna look in there, and I'll bring that back next time.
Yeah, because we need to give the people a clear, distinction and description of
right, because that's, you know, because I wanted to bring up energy vampire because, you know, emotions function on energy.
Yeah.
So I guess energy is a more broad term, and I have a lot of stuff I've written and researched about that in particular. So maybe we should just do 2 shows.
I'm quite sure our shows can always be broken in 2. There's lots of information.
But for the purpose of today, we're going to talk about emotional vampires. Okay? So that's what they do. It says most of us grew up in environments where shame, blaming, and emotional abuse were commonplace. So common that we don't recognize it when it's being done around us. We be just like, girl,
so if you grow up with it, it becomes just a part of what you define as normal in your environment.
Exactly.
Okay.
They say vampires do more than just drain your physical energy.
Whatever.
They, the super malignant ones can make you believe you're unworthy, you're unlovable.
Wow.
And you're a wretch who doesn't deserve better. They inflict damage by making small digs that make you feel bad about yourself. For instance, Gerda gave an example. Y'all ready for this example? It says, "Dear, okay, let me just read the thing.
Okay.
Dear, I see you put on a few pounds." Ooh. Or, "You're overly sensitive." Have we not heard that? Have we had somebody say that? I had somebody say it to me. I ain't lying. But
yeah.
Hey, you looking a little fluffy. What?
And though, by the way, just a sidebar, the correct word would be juicy.
Yeah. Juicy. So, you know, and a lot of times, like, when I was to hear stuff like that, it was normally from older people. And you do kind of laugh it off because you're just like, okay, they old. They love us. You know.
But they do tell the truth. Now, elders do speak the truth.
They do.
Okay?
They do. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What are you thinking about that? I know that, you know, obviously we all know that emotional vampires exist, right?
Yes.
I don't know. And they do give a pretty good description here, and I'm feeling that.
I have a question.
Okay.
That I think will help the audience as well. I know for me, I've had a friend like that, and I think that it was not their intention. They were not aware that when they were involved with a group dynamic of us, there was a couple of friends of ours that get together.
Yeah.
And that they would raise their frequency to the point where they kind of like they drowned out everyone else's, to the point where you find that you don't even have a voice, or you can't even get a word in edgewise in the conversation. But then when they did engage, you could see that they had such a need to be heard.
Yes.
That they would completely consume the entire conversation and make it all about them. So therefore, the dynamic in the room was, we all came to support you, evidently. That was
right.
And that's okay. Sometimes that happens.
Yes.
However, I think there are also the narcissistic people who we got to do a show
you getting ahead of me, because I was about to do
okay.
Yeah, you are already there, but you
there are people that do it
of me.
Intentionally. So I just wanted to make that distinction that I've experienced.
Right.
Energy vampires, where by the time you get done with them, you need a nap.
Yeah, and that's what it said in my reading, that not everybody does it on purpose. Some people don't even realize that they don't even realize that they're doing it.
Right. It's not intentional.
It's not, and most people who do it,
right.
And this was really cute in the article. It says just like the vampires in the TV, the TV counterparts, they become vampires because someone fed off of them. Absolutely. They've been bitten by a vampire.
Yeah, it's a pathology.
So it's just kind of passed down. It says emotional vampires deny their behaviors and live in the world of intentions.
Ooh. Which is very sad.
It is. It is.
Because from what you said previously, they are then intentionally always looking to demean.
Well, I don't know that it means that.
Okay, well, let's clarify.
Because I think that you can...
That's a whole other kind of person.
You can have good intentions, but end up sucking the life out of somebody.
That's true.
So I think maybe that's really where it kind of... I think that's where it was going in the article.
Okay.
Yeah, and it says victims of emotional vampires are typically unaware they've been bitten.
Right.
So like if you're being drained, you don't even really know you're being drained. You just feel the effects of the drainage. You just like, oh God, I need
because I wouldn't feel that until after the conversation, and I would just be like, ooh, Lord. I mean, it makes you really hesitate when they call your phone.
Right. And it said that in the article. It says,
you're like, do I have 2 hours to give?
Right. And I do have, when we talk about the different kinds of emotional vampires, it did give suggestions on how to handle that. So we're going to go through that before we're done with our conversation here. I'm going to make sure that I get through all of those, give that special attention for whoever needs that.
Good.
It says that now there are people who do it on purpose. They know what they're doing consciously and they do it, right? Which is really sad. And those people, it says, they live in emotional vampires live in secrecy.
Wow.
They use conscious or unconscious denial to hide in plain sight. I thought that was very interesting.
Conscious or unconscious
denial to hide in plain sight.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I've experienced people like that as well.
So, like this. Ooh, now I'm gonna have to tell y'all.
Come on.
I'm so ashamed.
Why?
But because when I started reading the article, I was like, ooh, I've done that before. But I wasn't doing it trying to make the people feel bad. Mm-hmm. I was doing it because I'm just... Let me read you what it says.
Okay, read what it says.
It says, doing things like correcting someone who uses a wrong word when we know they mean, when we know what they mean, interrupting, shaming, making fun of, or talking for someone who is able to speak for themselves.
Oh, Lord.
All with, we do it all without realizing sometimes that we're sucking out another person's self-esteem.
Okay, that's enlightening.
Right. See, I didn't, because I do that.
I don't do it for.
I I just have this thing with words, right?
I do as well, and I don't like my people, my friends, my family to be out in the world speaking and using language that is incorrect. Because I want my people to look intelligent.
Yes.
And to demonstrate the best side of
Themselves, that's right.
So and they might not know,
Yeah, sometimes,
I suppose I could see where that would be a little annoying.
Yeah. Well, I had a really interesting.
Apologies to the friends of
I had a very interesting experience with using a word incorrectly at the dinner table with my family when I was younger, and that has scarred me for life. And because of that,
my goodness,
I was reading dictionaries, just so you know. And I know that Denise Rose is hollering if she is watching this right now. But and I don't mind sharing the story because I feel like it
scarred you for life.
For life, girl, it scarred me. But this is the reason why I do that, but I don't do
extra
it.
effort to
right. But I don't do it to make other people feel bad now
or suck the energy out of them. I didn't have any idea that was happening.
Let's just be clear, everybody.
Yes,
we have all done some of this at some point in our lives. We have, and we do it intentionally. And this is not to be just beating people over the head. It's just to make us all aware, and not just you, but us too. We all learning together,
right?
So that we can do better and be better.
That's right. When you know better, you do better.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So the article goes on to now. Before I go there, let me just say this. When I was reading, it was talking about how this whole vampire thing is passed on, right?
Okay.
And an interesting thing it said, which is very true. I've always thought this. It says when we're born, we are born that we're born with every confidence that we are completely lovable and likable, and we are whole, and the world is good.
Okay.
And it says here, we easily share our feelings and thoughts when we're younger. Have you noticed that little kids, I don't like it, or they're being just who they are. Genuine.
Yeah.
It says, as we grow up, we are given the message that what we felt or did or thought was not okay.
Right.
That's where that starts.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. We out here, these kids, having these babies, taking on parenting responsibilities, and we're doing it like, we just got to raise these kids and that's it. No, ma'am, no, sir. That is not all. That is not the way it works. It's not. You know what I mean? You have a responsibility. Every little thing damn near matters.
Yeah. Because
kids are so absorbent, especially at a very young age. And we could be shaping little humans, or we could be shaping little monsters.
Well, and that's a really good point.
That's
a really good point. I have had several conversations with friends, going through major transitions in life. And one of the things that I say to everyone, especially when there's children involved, think about the legacy that you are leaving for that person. It doesn't matter what age that child is. We get so consumed as adults in going through our emotions and what we feel, and not realizing that our choices have an impact to the trajectory of everyone's life who is involved in the situation. And that means children. And children don't necessarily have the vocabulary.
They do not.
They did not ask.
They are not able to, and they are not able to clearly articulate or even equipped to understand
what is happening.
In their world
to get through the experience. And so I've encouraged a lot of friends that are going through divorces. Make sure that your child has a place that they can feel safe expressing themselves, because they don't know
without
what to
criticism.
Do. Yes, it has to be a
don't
safe.
Feed on the cheering. That's what it say. This happens in emotional vampires. Don't do it. Don't feed on the kids because you're mad.
And we have to understand also that while we're going through that experience, what is the message that you want to teach them? Because if you are down in the dumps and you are feeling defeated, you're teaching that child to be down in the dumps and defeated when they go through challenges.
And that's very true.
Now, if you are resilient and you are really positive about making a plan and speaking about it, and then also what I tell people is make sure you include the child.
Yeah.
Tell them the truth about what's going on. And I know these are difficult situations. Nobody likes to talk about them. They're painful. But it is so necessary. We don't want our children to be out here confused and grow up wearing masks and continuing with bad behavior and turning out to be
emotional vampires. Feeding off of other people's self-esteem. That is not cool.
Thinking about what they might need and how we need to teach them to behave when they walk through adversity. So that's my little spiel on that.
Well, girl, that was a great one.
Thank you.
I was trying to contain myself. I was like, that piece right.
Share that with the people. I know. We are one. We are together.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so.
But you know that, I mean, everything you said was really valid. It was really good. It's true. We have to be more responsible. We have to be more responsible. You need to be conscious of the legacy too, because we don't want to pass down the wrong one.
This is the issue, because we are actually grooming the future husbands and wives,
the people that's going to take care of us,
and other emotional support professionals, and we're grooming these people, so we need to behave accordingly.
Yes, and it's disheartening to look at the news in the morning and hear all of these stories of these young kids killing parents and people shooting little kids. I mean, the world has gone mad.
Yeah.
And it's just, come on, man, we need to get
it together. Listen,
girl, I'm almost speechless, right? For real, because it's like we need to get our emotions in check. What is really going on?
People are just behaving immaturely, and it all starts in childhood.
Without rape, people are just all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'm all for be who you are, but you shouldn't. If being who you are has to hurt someone else,
you need to check.
Then you need to check yourself.
Yeah,
because being who you are shouldn't hurt anyone else.
That's right. Now, hurt does happen, but ask yourself simple questions.
But you're not doing it.
Is it kind? Is it necessary? Can I provide, can I give this person that news without tearing them down completely?
Right.
These are questions we need to learn.
Yeah. And why do we need to? And just kind of tying it back to the topic, why do we need to? It comes back to accepting responsibility for our own emotions and behaviors ourselves.
And words, yes.
Words are powerful. That's another topic.
I have to share this with you. So my niece came over to visit last night, one of my many nieces. And she was sharing, I was just checking in with her, how she's doing and everything. She said, you know what happened today at school? I said, what's that? She said some 8th graders got into a huge fight. And I said, I don't know what they were fighting over. I'm sure it was something silly. And the teacher or the administrator came in to try to break up the fight. And she said, Auntie, they started beating up the teacher.
Yep.
Now, I don't mean no harm, people. This is a public service announcement. We do not pay our teachers enough.
Right.
Because if I put myself in that teacher role, you're not paying me enough to come in and be hit and disrespected by your cheerleaders. By your cheerleaders.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and where are they learning? And then you have to think about what's going on at home. Right. What are they seeing at home?
And that's what
makes them think that they can come to school and they can put their hands on teacher. I'm telling you,
and you know what she said? She said, I bet you, because they never want their parents to see them acting like that. Oh, so they might learn a behavior at home,
but they don't demonstrate it until they're away from home. Y'all better check y'all children.
Reality.
I mean, it is ugly to look at. You know what I mean? It is. And let me just say this. Even if you find that you are who we're talking about.
Right.
Okay? Right?
Just take it in.
It's ugly.
Right.
Take it in, but it can always be fixed. You do not have to stay right there. You can always move.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right. When you know better, You can do better.
That's right. The 1,000-mile journey begins right up under your feet, one step at a time. So let me just leave you with that.
Start today, people.
Okay, so it talks about, the article goes on, getting back to the article, right? They says the emotional vampires do a wealth of behaviors that are manipulative, covert, overt, conscious, and or unconscious. So here are some of the key behaviors. Interrupting someone when they are talking. I do that sometimes. I do too. This behavior shows that you or what you have to say is more important than the person speaking. That hurt. Ouch. Sometimes I just be so excited.
I know.
I just want to get in.
I want to share right now.
Right. I don't want to forget. You know we
We
get
don't have to do better.
we got to do better. The next one is raising your voice to talk over someone. Ooh, girl, I can't stand that.
Oh yeah, I've been guilty.
Yeah.
Of that.
Like you know how we talked about that argument segment when someone's talking, so that
Yeah,
that's
so you
bad.
You speak louder just to
overtalk them. So it says this behavior shows that you or what you have to say is more important than the person speaking. It intimidates the person you're doing it to.
I've been,
And it will
accused of
definitely scare a child. That's what it says.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Walking away in a huff, hanging up, or threats of abandonment. Ooh. These behaviors are designed to give you the emotional power in the situation.
Well, I'm gonna really work on my behavior.
Girl, we all got to work on our behavior. Okay, here we go. Denying your behaviors. There are many ways to deny our behaviors. Okay. Blame the other person for how we behave. Ooh, that's not good. We talked about that.
We have to take accountability.
Yeah, you got to be accountable. Explain the good reason why we did it. Talking about our good intentions. Well, what I had meant to do was...
What had happened was... Yeah, no, that's not right.
Anything other than owning what we do is emotionally abusive to the other person. Ooh. One more time, let me read that.
Read it one more time.
Anything other than owning what we do is emotionally abusive to the other person. Ooh, y'all better. I'm just saying. Okay. Denying, making fun of, or ignoring feelings. Not dealing with feelings is the second most emotionally abusive behavior we can do to another person. So, like, if, somebody says, I feel like whatever, and they're like, oh, whatever, or they just brush you off, or they don't really take how you feel seriously.
That's the most disrespectful.
Yeah, or, you know how, like, people try to invalidate your feelings? Yeah, that's just rude.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what that's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, blaming or shaming. It says it changes the focus off the subject at hand and creates drama and chaos. Creating drama and chaos is an emotionally abusive act.
Wow.
Blaming and shaming. You know what? Y'all know where I'm going.
If you hadn't.
Right. Ooh, girl, I can say ouch. I done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't make a habit out of it, but I have done it and I own that. And I did apologize.
You're human.
Yeah, we all are. We learning together. Okay, let's see what else. Who else gonna have to put some Band-Aids on? I got a couple of them on right now.
Yeah.
Telling someone how they should feel, think, or believe. This makes the other person feel powerless, wrong, or bad. People gonna feel and do. People are allowed to feel however they want to. You want people to respect you for how you feel and where you are. Right. You have to offer that same respect. Right. Treating someone with suspicion and jealousy. This is an emotionally abusive thing to do to someone because it's dishonest. Instead of owning your feelings, you blame them being the other person, for your feelings. So my mama used to say,
okay, come on.
Beware the dog to bring the bone.
Yeah, because they usually bear one.
Right. That part right there. And if someone is constantly, I know you out there cheating, it's usually because that's what they doing.
Okay.
That's what my mom said. That's the wisdom. That's the wisdom that was communicated to me.
Or when that colleague eases up on you and says,
Right.
I heard so and so and so.
Beware of the dog bringing
brings the bone.
The bone. Beware of the dog bringing the bone.
Because they usually have an agenda of their own that
Right.
they're trying to satisfy.
Right. Beware.
But using you in order to get it done.
Right.
They want to get a rise stirred up in you.
They're stirring some pots.
So you can bite
Yeah.
and fall into the pot and get cooked. Well,
Get cooked, because and all they're gonna do is stir the pot and walk away
walk away.
while
They
you
don't
get
care if
served
you
up.
burn up or
Look,
whatever.
while you get served up
Like
to
a
someone
big,
else.
juicy morsel. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Invalidating. We talked about invalidating the other person. This puts you in the position of being good, right, righteous, and important, while at the same time diminishing the other person. You just can't. Invalidating somebody's feelings is just. I don't. Yeah, that's bad.
It's not okay.
Double messages.
Double messages.
Yeah. It says double messages is crazy making and causes the other people to feel confused, scary, and crazy. Is crazy making?
I suppose that's a way to deflect.
Yeah, it makes people feel like they're going crazy though. You like,
And
wait a minute.
You know what? And that's really bad.
Yes. People are like, wait a minute. I know. Wait a
That
minute.
reminds me of
People play games like that. It's bad.
workplace bullies.
They do that in the workplace, yes. They do that in marriages or relationships
That's
when they're
true.
trying
Trying
when
to
they're-
make you look like you crazy for
Right.
feeling the way you feel.
you see something and then
they started it.
Right.
Like almost, and again, I think a
start
lot
one message and hop to another. Like, wait a minute.
right to
Right.
try to deflect.
I have somebody did that,
people
so.
do that, and I
know
think that
someone like
starts
that.
in childhood, where they are on the playground and they throw rocks and run.
Right. Then hop over to another thing. Wait a minute. But you got to call them on it. That's my
Yeah.
thing. I be trying to call the people. Like, wait, hold on. Don't be trying to trip me up.
Yes.
Yeah, right. And then being reactive is an emotionally unsafe behavior and causes those around you to feel frightened, anxious, and scared. Those are people that get all loud
Yes.
and get all up in your face because they don't want you to expose their truth, the whole truth.
Yes.
They start hollering and talking and acting crazy. That's all about them. That is not about you.
That reminds me of Love and Hip Hop.
Girl.
I mean, the reality shows.
I'm
in
just
general.
saying. So one of the other things they talked about was denial.
Mm-hmm.
It says denial is one of the more effective tricks used by emotional vampires because it's extremely effective. It says denial of behaviors, feelings, or reality is how emotional vampires live in the shadows. By denying what is actually occurring or what themselves or others are actually feeling, they keep secret their steam-sucking action. That's what the paper says.
So it's almost like somebody that'll throw a rock or stir some stuff up and get everybody else emotional and then say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. And I know somebody like that. So that's a very dangerous game to play.
And they do it intentionally.
It is.
To me, I know someone like that too, family member.
Yeah.
Keeps their side of the street very clean and immaculate, but will be the one to drop a comment or an idea into the family dynamic just to have everyone thinking, well, should that be the approach when it's just wrong as two left shoes?
Right. And it's bad,
And then when they get called out on it, I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. It's a dangerous game. And I'm going to say this before I move on to
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the type of emotional vampires. I told y'all I would get to that before we leave. The dangerous thing about playing with people emotionally is that you never know at what point that person is going to break.
Now let's talk
You
about
you don't know what their emotional breaking point is.
what happens when they break.
People get shot, people get strangled,
Oh,
people
I
get
see.
kicked around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And it's not always violent people. Have you heard them stories in the news?
Yeah.
Like, he was such a nice man.
Right. You
I
just
don't
never
know what
know
happened.
when they've reached their
She was a
point.
trifling woman. You hear that? Or she was a nice lady. He was a trifling man.
Right.
And then she just killed him. I don't know what happened because
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
You never know what the breaking
everybody
point
has a breaking
is.
point.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even know your own breaking point because you got people that push your buttons.
Absolutely.
Everybody can't push everybody's buttons. We know that, right?
Right.
But there are certain people, right, who push our buttons. And if we can't manage it and it pushes us too far, we just lose it.
Snap.
I've seen people snapped. Perfect show.
Perfect show.
People lose it and it pushes them over the edge. These are regular, go to work every day, good parents, faithful people. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
regular people.
Yeah.
But we all have our limits. And when you out there playing with people emotionally, and I'm talking about the people who do it on purpose.
Right. Be
you
aware.
out there playing with people emotionally, I'm just telling you,
Be aware.
be aware. You gonna be who you are, you're gonna do what you do. But you have to be very conscious.
Because there are
It's-
consequences.
There are consequences.
You keep pushing that button, and
Yeah.
eventually something's coming out of the machine.
Absolutely. And we do it unconsciously,
Yeah.
and we have to kind of try to be aware of that as well. But you can tell when when you're pushing somebody's button, typically, like, okay, well, that's a sore spot. Let me just keep it moving. Anyway, that could be a whole show in itself. But
Yeah.
I just want you to be aware that everybody has an emotional line. And if you push them past it, you just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
It's like Cracker Jacks, except uglier.
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, signs that you've encountered an emotional vampire.
This should be good.
You want to sleep. Your mood takes a nosedive. You want to binge on carbs or comfort foods. You feel anxious, depressed, or negative. You feel put down, sniped at, or snipped at, or slimmed. Like you feel like somebody just took a whole piece of you, or you just like hungry. I guess I have to evaluate that.
Yeah.
The whole carbs thing, carbs and comfort foods.
Well, anytime emotion is stirred,
Yeah, with the ice cream,
popcorn, cake,
with the bread,
anything. Yes.
Okay, here are the types of vampires. You have number one, the narcissist.
Yes. Okay, there it is.
Everything is about them. They have a grandiose sense of self-importance and entitlement, hog attention, and crave admiration.
Wow.
They are dangerous because they lack empathy and have a limited capacity for unconditional love. How to protect your emotions? Keep your expectations realistic. These are emotionally limited people. Try not to fall in love with one or expect them to be selfless or love without strings attached.
Yes.
Never make your self-worth dependent on someone else.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. Second one, Vampire 2, the victim. These vampires grate on you with their poor me attitude and are allergic to taking responsibility for their actions.
Wow.
The world is always against them. The reason, okay, it says the world is always against them. The reason for their is the reason for their unhappiness. Okay, got it. To protect yourself, set up kind but firm limits. Listen briefly and tell a friend or relative, I love you, but I can only listen for a few minutes. Unless you want to discuss solutions, because they just bark, they harp on the
stay
issue.
in the problem.
Yeah, they stay in the problem, and you want to elevate them to a solution. 3. Okay, I know I'm running a little bit over. We just gonna keep going real quick just to get through this. The controller, Vampire 3 is the controller. These people, they obsessively try to control you and dictate what you're supposed to be and feel. Let me say that one more time.
Wow.
This is the controller. These people obsessively try to control you and dictate what you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to feel.
That's big.
They have an opinion about everything. They'll control you by invalidating your emotions if they don't fit in, if it doesn't fit into their rule book. They often start sentences with, "You know what you need," and then proceed to tell you. You end up feeling dominated, demeaned, or put down. The way to deal with them: the secret to success is never try and control a controller. Be healthily assertive, but don't tell them what to do. You can say, "I value your advice." But I really need to work this out on my own. Please and thank you.
Oh, I like that.
Be confident, but don't play the victim. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I like that one.
Okay, and here's the last one.
Never the victim.
Never the victim. The splitter or borderline personality. Now, this one was good.
Okay.
Splitters see things as either good or bad and have love-hate relationships. One minute they idolize you, and the next you're the enemy of the state. They have a sixth sense for knowing how to pit people against each other and will retaliate if they feel you have wronged them.
Yes.
They are people who are fundamentally damaged. Inwardly, they feel as if they don't exist and become alive when they get angry. They'll keep you on an emotional roller coaster, and you may walk on eggshells to avoid their anger. You have to, you always feel like you're on the edge, like, oh, Lord, I don't know. The way to deal with them: stay calm. Do not react when your buttons get pushed. Splitters feed off of anger. They respond best to structure and limit setting. If one goes into a rage, tell the person, I'm leaving until you calm down.
Oh.
And then you can talk to me. Refuse to take sides when he or she tries to turn you against someone. And then it says with family members, it's best to show a united front and not let a splitter's venomous opinions poison your relationship.
Yes. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I was talking about.
I'm gonna have to tell y'all, this is really good. I gleaned from this content. This was some good stuff. So, this was good. Now, these were some. Let me see where I got this. If you type in the Emotional Vampire Survival Guide, you will be able to pull this up. By Judith Orloff. She's a doctor. She has a book out called Emotional Freedom, and that's Judith Orloff, ORLOFF, MD. Name of the book again is Emotional Freedom, and the Emotional Vampire Survival Guide piece came from her. Was pulled from her book excerpts.
That's
Great. It's really good information if you're interested in reading more. Also, on the Emotional Vampires article, go to Empowering Options. And it's options and outcomes, and it's called Emotional Vampires. And again, that the author of that article was Sherry D. Moss, DE capital MOSS. And so that whole read was really, really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and I do have a quick. Where's my quote at, girl? You know I had my quote.
Yes, do the quote.
One thing I wrote down, I look on my little notepad, I said, pay attention to whom your energy increases and with whom your energy decreases.
Oh, that's good.
Because that's the universe giving you a hint who you should embrace and who you should stray from.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very
nice. So, I think that's all I've got.
Right.
Here's the quote. When we dim our light to make others feel more comfortable,
wow,
the whole world gets darker. Let me do that again. When we dim our light to make other people comfortable, the whole world gets darker. So don't dim your light.
Don't dim your light. Let your light shine.
Shine,
people.
shine, shine.
Shine, shine, shine. Yes.
All right, good people. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning.
Again, yes.
We had a good time as usual. So, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Have a great week.
Yes.
Stay positive.
Stay woke.
Stay woke. Get ready. Stay ready. All ready.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great and blessed week.
Thank you
Miracles
so
and blessings.
much. Looking forward to it next week.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. It's going to be a good week.